The truth is, most performers make the same mistakes, and it's keeping them from thriving long term. But it doesn't have to be this way. Today, I'm breaking down the most common money mistakes and how to avoid them so that you can build a sustainable career in musical theater by your definition of success. Biggest mistakes that I see performers make, which is to solely rely on your paycheck from being on the stage. The truth is, those moments between those contracts can wreak havoc on your financials. You may blow through your savings. You may have to take other jobs that you really don't want to take that have nothing to do with the industry to pay your bills, to make ends meet. I want you to really think about other options and being strategic so that your support jobs, that's what I like to think of them as rather than side hustles. So I want you to consider thinking about building multiple streams of revenue. This is something that has literally changed my life. I have over a dozen streams of revenue. And if you want to learn the 50 ways that I have made money my entire life and career, including the most recent ones that I'm doing right now, click in the description box below. So think about other ways that you can create income on a small scale and a large scale. But you have to really think beyond even just jobs. Think about something like affiliate marketing, posting content on YouTube. If the tiki-taki is something that you're interested in, if it's still going by the time you watch this video, what can you do to make money both small increments and larger increments that can sustain you in between gigs and that can be flexible so that they are always supporting your job as a performer? And here's the best part. As performers now, we are submitting online constantly, right? Have you considered submitting online for other acting jobs and voiceover work that will tap into your skills? That's not taking you away from musical theater. It's adding to it. The other mistake that most performers make in musical theater is to not look at your career and view it as a business. You are the CEO of your business. You are the boss. You are the everything from producing to editing to filming to creating to financials to taxes. Like, you are the person that does everything, right? But something I want you to think about too is beyond even just having an agent or a manager, you have to run this like a business. If your business does not make money, she's gonna close, right? And so we have to really think about how are we going to sustain this business in multiple different ways, not just with revenue and multiple streams of income, but attacking this with a business mindset. What is not working? Meaning, why aren't you getting results of booking jobs, of even getting callbacks? What is not working and how can you fix it? What is the solution for your business to get ahead, whether it means more booking work, more work-life balance, whatever that means to you? What is not working? What is not functioning? And what can you make adjustments so that you continue to move forward and your business continues to grow? This takes planning, strategizing, being willing to say to yourself, why isn't somebody buying this product? Branding, marketing, you have to think through all of that and nail it down and outline it and strategize about it, just like you were a regular business. And I know how emotionally hard that is. Trust me. Again, spent my entire life still in this industry, and it does not get easier as you get older. The one thing that does get easier as you get older is your confidence and your ability to go, oh, didn't get that job. Okay, what's next? Every 6 months, we do a biannual progress check-in. What has worked the past 6 months? What has not worked the past 6 months? And we need to be honest about that. And then what do we need to do to shift so that you can create actionable steps for the next 6 months and beyond? And you can create a year plan if that works for you. I like to do that at the beginning of every single year. What do I really want to tap into? What do I really want to achieve in my business this year? And I need to really sit down and say, what is not working? What is not landing? That is the biggest, all three of these are big mistakes, but this is just as important as mistake number one. If you truly emphasize the importance of creating a business mindset in all aspects of this career, so you need to be willing to stop and look at your business and say something is not functioning, who do I need to go to seek help out for that side of my business? I have not booked anything the past X amount of months. What do I need to shift so that I can get more callbacks? Do I need new materials? I am doing really well in booking commercial work lately. That commercial job that I just booked that paid me almost 5K is going to help me sustain my career if I don't get callbacks for a couple months or if I don't book anything on stage for 6 months. True story for me. So look at your career as a business. That way, your business does not go bankrupt. The third mistake, and a very common pitfall that you can easily solve today, right in this moment, is budgeting and tracking your finances. Where is your money going? Because if you do not know what's going out and what's coming in, you are flying completely blind of your business. The value of having a spreadsheet and tracking your finances is going to open your eyes to what's working and what's not working in your business. But it is also going to show you the progress and the results that some of the strategies that you're making are helping with, that some of the strategies are aligning with what you need in life to pay your bills, sustain your career. And if you do not track any of this, you will be left with just saying, oh, I don't know how much money I made. I don't know what I made from that check. No, you should know. Because what happens is you're going to go to fill out your taxes and you are not going to have the numbers for your business. Or you're going to sit there and look back in the last 12 months if you do a yearly check-in with yourself and not know how much money you actually spent trying to continue to sustain your career as an actor. And I know that can get extremely overwhelming. You spent so much money on voice lessons, but you didn't book a show this year. Like, you have to think beyond that. You're putting money and investment and time and energy into your business, and that may not immediately give you the result of what you want because you cannot control what job you get offered, but you can control what you put out into the world. And if you cannot sit down and look at your finances and going, I'm spending so much money on eating out when I could take that money and I could have a weekly voice lesson instead, and that would solve some of maybe hopefully the problems I'm having about not getting the callbacks that I want, or not even getting any tape submissions. I need better tapes. I need better audition cuts. I need to work with someone on that. Do you see what I mean about tracking your finances? How challenging it can be to look at the numbers, but how empowering it can be at the same time. It all starts to work hand in hand when you have a business mindset. Managing your finances as a performer doesn't have to be overwhelming. If you found this helpful, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe. I have new videos coming out every single week. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.